Good evening and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope you all enjoyed your long holiday weekend and took some time to stop and give thanks and gratitude for all of those who are serving or who have served, and give them a big hug or a pat on the back and say thank you for your service. So we had a fantastic, beautiful weekend. Well, we had one good day out of it. It rained the rest of the time, pretty typical for a holiday Memorial weekend here in the Pacific Northwest. But right now it's beautiful and it's sunny and it's giving me spring fever really bad. So I hope you all are enjoying a little bit of sun and a little bit of spring fever. It always makes you feel a little bit, put a little spring in your step and get ready for summer. So I wanted to talk a little bit tonight. There are so many out there right now that have gifts and talents. The energy workers, the Reiki people, the psychics, the mediums, the intuitives. And some of these people are still, they're still hiding from their most amazing, wonderful gift. And I thought about this as I had a visit with my mom a couple of weeks ago. And my brother was inquiring how I was doing because according to my posts, I think he thought I was a little bit out there, a little bit woo-woo, and like maybe I needed to be locked up for some of the beliefs, some of the things that I was doing. And, it really made me stop and think, we have come far. But we still have a long ways to go. There's still so many opinions out there, non-believers, and I'm not here to change anybody's opinion about anything. What they believe is their right. However, it's really blocking some of these amazing people out there who don't have the courage to step out and step into their light and say, this is who I am and this is what I do. And, here I am, see me. And there's so many people out there that just are unable to do that. It's too big and it's too scary and they're just not ready for that. And it makes me feel really sad. I mean, it's taken a lot for me over these last few years to step out and actually do what I do. And it's taken baby steps. Every little step, I get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And so posting on Facebook has really been a big thing for me. That was really getting out there in the spotlight. And putting myself out there and thinking, okay, so who is going to judge me? And it's not so much judging because we can judge people every single day. You can tell someone that you love their haircut or they love the shoes that they're wearing. That's a judgment too. It's just a judgment in a different way. And so, looking at that, it's like, wow, am I going to lose friends over this? Am I going to lose family members over this? And I just kept telling myself that there was no way I could not move forward and do this work. It does. It brings me so much joy and so much gratitude. And I feel like my heart is full. Last night, I actually did my first group reading online, and I'm going to be doing group readings online every Wednesday night, or most every Wednesday night through at least July. I might carry it through the summer. We'll have to see how that goes. But I left that session feeling amazing and wonderful, as well as the clients left feeling amazing and wonderful, and like a weight had been lifted off of them. Somehow their loved ones came through and gave them permission to be okay with the way things were. And it's amazing what comes through. And the feeling that I have after giving, providing a message from spirit and a reading is so magnificent that it really, really talks to me about how other people are still not able to step out into their light. They know they have this gift. They know they have these wonderful, amazing things that they want to share with the world, and they just can't quite get past that first step. So I just want you to know that if you are one of those out there who are trying to make it past that first step, believe me, it's so worth it. It's so worth it when you can do some really great things for people in the world. And it just makes you feel so amazing and so fantastic. And there are, there's mediums and there's healers out there that are offering classes and things that can help you get out there and help get you comfortable with your surroundings and teach you how to just put that one step forward and move forward into your light and own your power. So do some checking around and see if you can find one in your area. Or even, it doesn't even have to be in your area these days. Everything can be done online so easily. It just makes everything so much easier, the technology base that we have. So use it to your advantage and get out there and do what you do best and change the world. It feels wonderful, I promise you. So with that, we are going to go to our phone lines. We have Jonathan in Edmond, Oklahoma. Good evening, Jonathan, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well.
Excellent. So what can we do for you tonight?
So there's this girl I'm actually thinking about, or I probably am, moving out to her state. And we're friends. I know communication's been rocky lately. We tried a long-distance relationship a while ago, and things looked like we'd get back together, and I'm not sure now what's going to happen. I know what my heart says, but my mind and everything's been kind of at war. So I was wondering what you see for that relationship.
Okay. Well, perfect. Let me, if you just give me a minute and let me kind of tune in here, there's going to be a little bit of silence, and then I'll come right back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I am getting that, this is this can be a really beautiful relationship. They're saying long distance relationships they are very, very hard. Even, with technology, it's still, that doesn't help that piece of it. They said it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort. But it's going to turn into something really amazing and beautiful between the two of you. Your team is telling me to tell you to get out of your head, to stay centered in your heart, because your heart and your gut are never going to steer you wrong. It's very, very easy for us to get into our ego mind, and then the ego and the mind wants to try to reason everything out. And sometimes our decisions, you can't make any reason for them. You just know you have to do them. And this is what your team is showing me. That this is one of those things that you need to do. You need to try it, because if you don't, you're always going to wonder what happened or what would have happened.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry about the dogs. I'm outside enjoying the beautiful day.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I live in Oklahoma, so we've
Julie,
been having rain and tornadoes, and today it's finally actually good out. So,
wow.
so yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I have an issue with overthinking things and being really centered for a time, and then overthinking things, my intuition being blocked, and it's been really hard for me to center lately, and I'm not sure exactly why, but that definitely does make a lot of sense. I know when my heart tells me something, it's not wrong, but my mind always comes in, and being an analytical type person, but also intuitive, those two parts of me often are at war with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very easy, especially when you're an intuitive. It's very easy for our mind to get involved and kind of shut us down and tell us that, well, you really need to think about that. And you've got that analytical mind, like you said. So you've kind of got that double whammy there. But they're saying that, you have a very strong sense about what is going on and about this person. She seems like a really fantastic, she has a lot of charisma. She has a beautiful energy about her. There's a lot of playfulness. So you guys get along really well because everything is kept very light and playful. And that's really going to be really good in your relationship because it'll remind you guys not to take everything in life so seriously. And
Right.
that's going to be really good for you because you have a tendency to really, like you said, get stuck into your analytical mind. And sometimes you kind of prevent yourself from doing some of the fun things, or maybe the little more risky things that could be a lot of fun. So I'm seeing that there's a lot of fun and enjoyment out of this relationship.
Okay. Thank you so much. If I may ask, do you know when communication is going to open back up or what is happening at all?
Communication between the two of you?
Yes, I actually plan on moving out. She's on the East Coast. I'm in the Midwest. I plan on moving out there fairly soon, as soon as I get some stuff together. But she's not even really texting me. She'll text me one thing, then not reply to my message and say something totally different. And it'll be a time before she even says anything. So it was kind of throwing me off.
I think this move, you coming closer, is kind of scaring her a little bit. It's throwing her off, and I think right now I'm being shown that she is just trying to kind of assimilate it in her head, and not be okay with it because she is okay with it, but it's a huge step, and she's taking on this energy that if for some reason this doesn't work, now she's brought you out here, and now what, right? So she's taking on a lot of this on her own, and she's owning this energy that really isn't hers, and so she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to do with it. So I think there needs to just be, keeping the communication with her, and tell her that, this is okay. If knowing that everything is going to be fine in your relationship, okay, but just say, hey, look, if this doesn't work out, I'm okay with the decisions that I'm making, right? So take that pressure off of her so she can actually sit with the thought of it, and get comfortable with it.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're the best psychic I've had ever, so that's fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you so much for the compliment. And best of luck and enjoy that sunshine.
All right, will do.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Next, we have Jordan in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Good evening, Jordan. Welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What kind of weather, just out of curiosity, what kind of weather are you having in Sioux Falls right now?
Well, currently it is nice. It's getting a little cloudy and breezy here. Might get some rain. It's been raining off and on, so. But it's nice out. I mean, it feels warm.
Nice. Nice. Well, what can I do for you this evening?
Well, I was just getting a reading. I wasn't sure how that worked. I've never done this before.
Okay, so if there is a question or two that you have in mind, I can answer that. Or if you're looking for just kind of a general reading, like whatever your guides are wanting you to know, we can do that too.
Sure. I'll just go with that general reading.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me tune in here for just a moment. And let me see what they have to say. There'll be a little bit of silence, but I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So Jordan, right now I'm picking up on a grandfather figure. It could be a father, but I'm really feeling like it maybe more of a grandfather that's coming in to speak with you. Have you lost a grandfather recently?
No, I was quite a bit younger when I don't know, I was maybe 9 or 10.
Okay.
As far as my mom's side, and then my grandfather on my dad's side, I never met. He passed away in 2014, though, is what I heard.
Okay. All right. He is a very tall gentleman. But he was right here wanting to know or wanting to give you some information. He says that you are an incredible soul, that you are incredibly loving and supportive. You have very, very strong ties with your family. You would go to the ends of the earth for your family.
Yeah.
And you have really high expectations of yourself and of your family values. And he just says that you are just an amazing person all the way around. He says sometimes those family values kind of get in the way a little bit of your life and what you're seeking. And you had pretty traditional family values. Am I correct?
Yeah, I guess in a way. I never really thought about them like that, but I think more so than a lot of people now, I do.
Right. He says that you are, he says you're going to be breaking out of those family values a little bit. And he wants you to know that when you do that, it's okay.
Okay.
That you are meant, you're very open-minded, essentially. And with your family values being a little bit more traditional, you may not fit in some ways. It's like putting a square peg in a round hole. So you don't always fit perfectly in those family values. But he says that's okay. That doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you may be a little bit more open-minded than the rest of the family, and that you will have some different views on things. You are here to open up your family, to show them different things in their lives that they haven't really thought about.
Okay.
Bringing a different perspective, per se.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. My family has been kind of apart for a while until this last year. And then I had a baby and been seeing my mom more. She came out and stayed with me, so we're getting closer again.
Mm-hmm. Right. So your son, is that correct? You had a boy?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So your son is a very bright light. He's very intuitive. If you haven't figured that out already, he's still pretty young, right? He's like probably
he's
under the age
over a year.
Okay, I was gonna say under the age of 3. Okay, so
he's 15 months.
Okay, okay. He's very highly intuitive. He's very highly intuitive. Don't be surprised if when he starts talking, he starts having imaginary friends. And your grandfather wants you to know that he's already been in contact with your child. They have little play dates together already. And he's asking you to nurture that side of your son, because so many times parents not understanding it, being a little afraid of the unknown, they will have a tendency to shut those abilities off. He is going to be very amazing.
Yeah, actually, that's funny that you say that, because I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
No, please go ahead.
It's just that I had thought about that. I had a feeling about that before he was born. And I don't know, I just had that feeling about that when he was born. I read some books about trying to figure out how to nurture that in him, because he's a Pisces, so like naturally they are intuitive.
Right.
So I kind of figured that would be the case, and then so I mean, I've already explored that idea. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I didn't know how to really word that.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He's going to be very empathic, which means he's going to have a lot of, and especially being a Pisces, he is going to have a lot of feeling and emotion, and he is going to have a tendency to take on other people's feelings and emotions. And so as he gets older, teaching him how to not take on those energies because they are not his is going to be invaluable to him. That is going to be the biggest thing for him, is not taking on other people's energies.
I can see that too. I mean, I don't know. I just had that feeling too. For some reason.
And I believe that he is. Yeah, I believe he's a medium. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will definitely try to nurture that in him.
Yeah, he's very gifted.
They're like religious and Jehovah's Witnesses, so maybe that's what the outside open-mindedness is going to come in.
Yes, I have a feeling that you're probably right on that one. Yeah, sometimes being intuitive, being a psychic, a medium, they clash a little bit with typical religions. So, yeah.
You said he has play dates with his grandfather figure?
Mm-hmm. He does.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Once he starts talking, I think he will be telling you about Grandpa.
Okay. Awesome.
Papa,
That's actually
I think
really
is what he's
neat.
going to call. Yeah, I think he's going to call him Papa.
Okay.
That's what I'm being told. So, well, Jordan, we are coming down to the very end of our show. So I want to say thank you so very much for calling in tonight, and hopefully we answered all your questions.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I really appreciate you calling me and doing this. So thank you very much.
You are so very welcome. Have a wonderful night.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that does it for us this evening. Feel free to to look me up on Facebook. My Facebook page is Julie YeagerWalker Medium. You can also catch me over at Your Time to Shine Facebook page, or you can catch me at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Check me out. I've got some great summer classes going on that will be great for you to help navigate through your life. And I'll be also doing Wednesday group readings, so check it out. Everyone have a great week. We'll see you next week on A1R Radio.